sorted out. You can just connect up to it that way, and there you go, your pictures are already grouped together. So are you all in Skype? That's all in Skype. What am I talking about? Are you all in Flickr? Is what I want to know. Or do people prefer another one? There's a no, there's a yes. There's a textile designer up there I've just spotted. I'll have to have a chat. Okay, well, I'd recommend you get an account if you haven't got it. You have to get a Yahoo account, which is totally confusing for me, but once you've got one, you seem to get to Flickr, and you can get to it from wherever you are. So that's great fun. Okay, I'm going to move on now to a little bit of, I suppose now we get totally excited and just think it's pictures really all the way, isn't it? Let's just have a little think. I have to click that on there and then press that. There we are. Okay, now as part of my job, I've been given the role as a professional development advisor for teachers, which means they send me on these courses where they give me lots of clever materials and lovely tasks to do. My only problem is getting the teachers in the room at the same time to do my little courses. But we've got, recently the one I went to was all about mobile and wireless technology, and they want us to think about how we approach teaching. So I thought, since you're all teacher trainers or trainees or world experts, I'll put this up, and I'll just out of those 8 approaches to teaching and learning, which ones do you think are the most linked into using images? So there's a question. If I'd sorted it out, we could vote, couldn't we? But anyway, which are... You can hear me typing with one finger now, and you'll guess what's going to come up. So just a little bit of, you know, chatting among yourselves there. So of the 8 of those, we've got multisensory from Brian. Thank you very much. Anyone else want to have a stab at? Maybe we'll have 2, I think. The two top. Anyone else? Embedding literacy, language and numeracy. Well, Gitty did that actually, didn't she, in her one. Cooperative, you could all be working together on a gallery. Theory and practice, good for photographers. Experiential, I've got the card for that. That's come up. Differentiated. We had a lot of, I realised we had a lot of that last time I was teaching. Everything was differentiated. We were all desperately differentiating everything. And then we were all desperately learning styles, everything. And then as I started reading, I've realised I've gone out of date now, and that's all old hat. But I thought there must be something in it, because they were nice approaches. Okay, well I'm going to click now to my selected favourite, well, selected modes, which I think might be most useful. The one is multisensory, and I think the other one differentiated, based on the definitions, as I say, that they were giving me at the ELSIS for improving learning and something or other. I'll remember the name of it properly. Okay, here we are. Beautiful cards that they make. So multisensory, I thought, of course, is the obvious one. Seeing, listening, touching things and moving things. Teachers working with dyslexic learners have found multisensory approaches particularly helpful. Yes, and this is where I came across classifying learners into visual, auditory or kinesthetic might not really be the way to go, and that really it's good to have a good range of senses involved when you're teaching and learning. So that's from my set of cards, which I got from the Excellence Gateway. The next one I thought was differentiation. Mainly because I suppose when we were thinking of differentiation here with all our new technology coming in, our main thought, and I noticed that through my colleagues' presentations, was really linking what people see in the classroom to what they see on the VLE. And the idea was that that made the connection then, because it's the interactive board and the internet being in the classroom, which I'm sure is in all of them now, but it was only just coming in as we opened up the new buildings, that it was throughout all rooms. It was like an eye onto the internet and onto the world, and it made using images much more exciting, and also that then as they're stored online, then the learner can go back and see, I suppose, what they used in the classroom. And the visual link is very important there, because you know you're looking for that PowerPoint that was about such and such, and so using pictures helps somebody keep a map in their mind of what they're looking for. So for our differentiation, it was really allowing people to come back to work or to see things in advance and to see things on the web and study again at their own time. I know it can have, I think it said here, there's no single definition, but for us it really was about livening up the materials and also making links between the classroom and what was online so people could study further at their own time. And very little actually in 2005 of students making their own work and presenting it. We had that really only in a few areas that was in demand, and there was debate about whether they were allowed on the teacher's console or not. And of course since then they have taken over a bit more and expect to be showing people their own things and their own collections, and those students are of course much more used to PowerPoint and using it themselves than they used to be. I'm just going to move that from my mind. That was my little theory session, as I say, with these lovely cards, and I will give the link so you can go and find them. So there on the back of the card you have a nice little description there, and the cards are all the 8 cards are there. The relating theory and practice, learning conversations, etc. are all there, and actually you can find them on the PDAOLS website. How is that for acronyms? Honestly, it's the Professional Development Advisor Online Learning Space. Good luck. Stick that in Google and see where you get. Okay, so what's next? So that's my little roundup of what's been going on. What I'm quite interested in is what people are doing, what you're all doing with pictures and images, and have you got any ideas for what might well be coming next to us all in the world of education? So suggestions please. Don't be shy. Here's my little thing coming now. Could you do with an image on each card? There is an image on each card and then a description on the back. They're very nice. And there's some technology cards that give you 6 different approaches. I can hear someone speaking there. Okay, here we go. Some things are coming in. Liven up PowerPoint slides, yes, and a metaphor. Metaphors, that's very nice, yeah. I have found actually the old clip art, even though I used to despise it, is very handy when you just want a quick picture that will get the message home. I had to get over that one coming from art and design. I thought I ought to make my own, but I'll stick anything in there now. Student-generated teaching and learning materials, think Bebo. Clarifying a language point. Excellent, thanks very much. Well, one thing I wanted to introduce that you may all have come across and be doing like mad, but has only really just got started here, is, and I can see that coming up on the list, what's just got started here. We've had a mole net project using